welcome to our Halloween special of full coverage with your host,
Chucky.
And Bride of Chucky, Tiffany.
Hey guys, it's Manny MUA and Laura Lee. And we're here on our Halloween spooky, ooky spectacular. And this wig is rough.
The wig is rough.
But you know what? We're going to deal with that.
You know, I'm itching.
Chucky.
I'm itching up here.
Because you know, like, what's it called? Like little dolls, like they have, like, this is their hair on a doll. Like, this makes sense. Like,
You're wearing doll hair for sure.
I'm wearing doll hair.
It's a shake and go. It's a shake and go wig. Same with mine. It's a shake and go. We got everything off Amazon, I believe.
Yeah.
And Gilly did our makeup for this.
We love Mr. Makeup by Gilly or Glam by Gilly. Makeup by Gilly. Incredible, amazing, wonderful. He also does all my campaigns for Lunar Beauty. Like,
yeah,
he glams me for all my campaigns, and he's amazing.
He's amazing.
Look at like my scar.
He just did a glam bot with
me
and Ty. It was really cute because we did Austin Powers.
Yes.
He's so talented. But anyways, we're up this Sunday. I mean, technically Friday.
Yes.
And he glammed us for this episode. So you guys had requested something for us.
Yes.
Of course, you guys wanted us to do the costumes. Don't worry. We were
planning on doing like a little, couple costume.
A little couple costume.
We always do. This time I didn't want to shave my face really as much.
Because last year we did Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Yes. And I was Harley.
And I was the Joker.
She was Joker. And I was like, this time I don't want to shave my face as much because we're too close to Halloween. Like, what if I want to be betrayed? And I was like, I just like my facial hair on me during not glam moments.
So we thought Chucky and Bride of Chucky could definitely work for Manny keeping his facial hair. But next year, I'm going to shave you down.
No, I actually think that'd be I feel like if we're doing it in the beginning of October, I'm doing it. Like, totally. For sure. We just have to plan the episode
We just
out.
had to plan it early.
Yeah. We're just planning ahead.
We didn't so much do that this year, but our costumes turned out awesome. And you guys had requested that. And one of our top comments was, can we do our Halloween special on talking about like all the things we've experienced in LA at Halloween, telling you guys about all of our different parties we've gone to and different things that have happened
experiences.
There. You guys just want to know the tea on Halloween. And baby, we got it. We got it for you.
Here for
Ask and you shall receive, my darlings.
We've had some doozies for Halloween too.
We have.
Which is the truth.
We truly have.
Thank you so much to Established Titles for sponsoring this portion of full coverage, you guys. The cool thing about Established Titles is basically it's a really cool, fun, novel way to preserve natural woodlands of Scotland, as well as support global reforestation efforts.
Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale right now. Plus, you get to use the code FULL and you'll get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/full to get your gift now and help support the channel.
So why don't we start off with some stories? Some spooky Does anyone else feel like it doesn't feel as spooky season this year than it does as usual?
I agree. I feel like are we wrong? But I feel like Gen Z is just like not into Halloween
as much. Like it's almost like seemed like the vibe is just off. I feel like pre-COVID vibe was normal, and
after COVID it's like killed it.
Like maybe people just kind of like, oh well, I guess I don't have to go out for Halloween. I don't have to do things for Halloween, things like that. And I'm like, does what changed between them then and now, like, or I'm like over here thinking like, am I getting older and I just don't like it as much? What?
Well, it seems like there's less Halloween looks going up. There's less engagement on Halloween looks going up. Like people just all around like haven't been as interested in it. Me and Manny knows that. And it's like, what is it? And I have to wonder if like COVID kind of killed the Halloween vibe a little bit.
Right. Because I also feel like everyone's glossing over Halloween, going straight to Christmas, Thanksgiving.
I'm not going to lie. When I went to Target, I was going to get some stuff and like the whole entire store was just decked out in Christmas. And I was like,
in October.
I can support you guys totally grazing over Thanksgiving. Like I can support that. Oh, it was Macy's actually. It wasn't Target, but Target did it too. But anyways, I can support you guys grazing over Thanksgiving and like November 1, we Christmas the house out.
Yes.
But what I need for you guys to do is just take a second and give us Halloween. But apparently no one wants it.
It feels so strange. It just feels off. Like it feels like no one's into the Halloween spirit this year compared to like previous years.
Cut to us. Oh, we forgot to turn our sign on.
Oh my God. You know, we never film on Sundays.
We never film.
We don't ever. We're off today because we are Not us. We're Chucky.
That's why, because we're Tiffany and Chucky.
And I love the name Tiffany for a doll.
Tiffany's good. It's a good name.
It's a good name. I
Tiffany's
always
a
think
good
Tiffany
name.
as Tiffany Pollard. New York.
Tiffany.
I also feel like weirdly attractive as Chucky. I don't know why.
Do you?
Yeah, I almost feel like I want a scar like this on my face.
Ooh.
There's something about it. Like I feel like I don't know. Like I want to I don't know. I feel like a little sexy.
Very, very interesting.
Which is very strange. I didn't think when I would look in the mirror, I would be like, oh yeah, I feel like I want to fuck me.
Yeah.
But here I am.
Here you are.
Wanting to fuck me.
I don't know how I feel as Tiffany. I'm into it. I think she's cute. You know, anytime I transform my face or like Gilly has transformed my face.
It's shocking.
It is shocking.
Yeah.
It's shocking. Because like it
Baby,
really
you're transformed.
Yeah. Like I don't recognize
your
myself.
Phone didn't even recognize you as
and that's
your,
a little
your
weird.
opening.
Yeah, I try to do Face ID and my phone does not recognize me, especially with these brows. Henny, this is what my brows look like in high school. Okay.
So it should look just like you.
Take a gander.
Those
Take a
pencil thin ass brows.
Yes.
It's giving Cholita brow.
Well, that was Tiffany.
She was.
I also have
absolutely.
my Chucky. Actually, it's covered. I don't even know why I put this on, I guess, but I thought it was going to be showing. I have my Chucky tattoo on my boob. But it's covered, so it is what it is. Just know it's there. And I'll be scrubbing it off in the shower later.
So, Laura, why don't we start with our first story?
Okay, so let's set the premise. So in LA, let's kick it back to 15, 16, 17, 18. I would say all those years, like those 4 years, like Anastasia Beverly Hills had that big Halloween party that everybody wanted to be invited to. And it was like such a big deal. They definitely spent like a fortune on it.
That was the thing to do was go to the ABH Halloween party.
It was so cool. And to be honest, they kind of invited everyone. Like,
yes, and it slayed.
It like wasn't that exclusive. Like everyone was always invited. So I thought that was great.
In the beginning, it felt a little exclusive.
It did. In
the beginning, it was very like
exclusive.
Not easy to get into.
But do you want to know something I heard about like what they would do, which Manny knows this, but allegedly, okay, so here's something I know for a fact. Kylie Jenner, they would be like, oh, Kylie Jenner's gonna come. This is like her blue hair phase, right?
Yes, this is pre like her being like the Kylie.
Yeah. This is like a little early on Kylie. So it'd be like Kylie Jenner's gonna come to the ABH party, and that would be rumored. And I remember she came in, took some pictures, and then left.
Walked away.
And it was alleged that they paid her $100,000 to show up, take pictures there, so the brand would be able to say Kylie Jenner was at the ABH Halloween party.
She comes to our parties.
Yeah, she comes to our parties to be able to hype it up and like even bigger for the next year. But she literally like just went in and took a picture, and it was heavily rumored.
Did you ever see her at the parties?
I did. I saw her walk in and take the picture. I saw it myself, but it was alleged that she was paid $100,000
just for a pic,
just to do that, just to be seen. Just to be seen.
Get paid $100,000 for a pic.
Well, honey, you're gonna have to do some Kylie Jenner, and then you're gonna have to sell some more lip kits.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to sell those lip kits, baby. That's right. But
I'm gonna need a sex tape.
You're gonna need that too, probably some ammo. But I always found that to be super, super interesting. But I feel like ABH back then had so much coin. Maybe they still do. Maybe they have even more coin now. I don't know. I don't know their finances. But they haven't since COVID. They haven't thrown another Halloween party.
Yeah, they haven't since.
Cut to now, they like quit. So like the Halloween parties must not be doing it for them, which is completely understandable.
Right. Wait. So do you think? Wait. Tell me about your first ABH party experience. When were you invited? When did you go?
I don't really remember. I don't remember.
You were living here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't really remember, to be honest with you, because it was so long ago. What year did you first go?
I think my first one was like literally like 2015.
Maybe mine was the same. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I feel like that was my first time I ever went.
The details. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because gosh, how many years ago now would that be?
7 years.
Holy crap. Yeah.
So, or maybe
7
2014.
years. Oh my God, 7 to 8 years ago. It could have been.
I'd say 2015 though.
But I just like don't remember any details of like specifics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like things that happened, or like remember really even going, or I don't even remember like people I engaged with there. But keep in mind, like at that time, I was a very, very small influencer.
Yeah.
So like, even if I did go, I would have been in and out of there just because I wouldn't have
know what to do.
In 2015, I wouldn't have had like a crowd here or like friends probably.
Yeah.
If I even went that year, I don't know.
I remember mine vividly.
Tell me.
'Cause
Tell us.
mine was trauma.
Not trauma.
Mine was trauma. My first like party was trauma. My first ABH party. So I went. It was like obviously I was like in 2015, super young, super green on the scene. Didn't have like
7-8 years ago.
7-8 years ago. Like this is like I started my channel 9 years ago. So it's like it was so fresh.
You in this wig right now? Okay.
Lori, because he keeps coming to my
I
face.
know.
And
I need a bobby pin it. It's hilarious.
Okay. So the first one that we did was I went there and I was going from San Diego. So this is when I lived in San Diego, right? And I had gotten invited to the party and I was like, holy fucking shit. Because that was like the thing to do, right? I was like, I got invited to the ABH party. Like me.
And you lived in San Diego with your parents?
So I'm like, okay, I have to. I was like, I didn't know what I was going to wear. I didn't know what to do. So what I did like a half skull.
Oh, cool.
A half skull
like
and like
painted.
a half glam. So yeah, almost like a half skull, half glam face. Did that. Went there and it was like so insane. It was so amazing. Like I was truly just like in awe. Didn't know. I met my manager there.
Wow.
Yes. At the time, I had met the manager I had at the time there, like when I first signed with like a studio, all that kind of stuff. Like it was like a big connection thing for me.
Networking.
You know? A networking event for me. So I remember going, I ended up finding out later on that there was this other beauty creator who was bigger than me at the time. At the time, no longer.
No longer.
No longer. But at the time was much.
Manny has surpassed.
I have surpassed.
Got it.
Exponentially.
But,
and you know, and I would never say anything like that, but it was a shitty thing that they did, so I don't care.
Okay.
So I remember, we didn't think like he was close to like the ABH team, to Anastasia herself, to Norvina, everyone very close to them at the time. And I remember, it got back to me that they didn't like me because I was just like a new boy on the scene, and they were just like, ugh, like how annoying, like another boy, like why do people even like him? Like,
I will say
he's annoying.
LA is very like that. Like
Yeah.
like new people on the scene, like you can kind of feel a little bit of a cold shoulder. My first beauty event was the Gerard one, and after I left that event, I did not want to be friends with any girls in the industry for the rest of time being. I was like, I'm good on girls because of the way I was treated by multiple girls who are still in this industry today, which of course I've never.
I need to hear, not the people, but like hear the situation.
I want to hear yours first.
Okay, I'm finished mine. Then you're gonna say yours.
Okay, I can deep dive in.
I need to know.
I can deep dive in.
So I find out that he like wasn't a fan of mine, which is like, didn't like me. Because he just, you know, either maybe he was like intimidated by me, or I really don't know what the vibe was. I really
feel like
don't.
It's competition. At times people feel the
jealousy,
need to compete with everyone.
Yeah, weird things kind of come into it. And so I found out that apparently he was going behind the scenes asking the people that are like running the party like to invite me just to when I get to the door after driving to from San Diego, get to the door, then turn me away. And like, how funny, he was like, how funny would that be?
That's such like a high school like bully
Didn't it give
movie,
you such
like that
Mean Girl
like
energy?
Mean Girl, like it's like Regina George.
It's so Regina George. It was literally like, let's invite him, and like they were talking to me like as if like they were my friend, but behind the scenes was like, let's get him invited to the event, and at the door just say like that he can't come in,
like he's not on the list.
He's on the list, and so like just be
so he has to drive all the way back to San Diego,
and like was telling the team that
to embarrass him.
Yeah.
So what happened whenever you got there?
I got in.
They didn't play for his foolery.
No, they didn't.
How did you
play
find out that he tried to play this little trick on you?
It was through other friends.
They had heard him saying
yes, because he had like a little friend group that was like bigger creators at the time.
Wow.
Friend group that he was friends with, and like I was friends with them too. And it finally had got back to me like that he had did that, and I was like, "Are you on fucking crack?"
Yeah.
Like I remember thinking that was crazy. So I obviously was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know?
Wow.
And so he apologized to me.
No. Mm-hmm. Wait, did you confront him?
Yeah, I did.
Shut up.
Yeah, I did.
What did you say?
Not at the party,
but later, what did you say? Were you just
I was like,
hey.
do you remember when you fucking hated me? And like, I was like, I found out about the ABH thing. And he was just super, super apologetic. He was like, honestly, like, I was jealous of you. Like, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I was just overwhelmed. And I was just like, thinking I was going to lose it all because other boys were kind of popping up in the space. And I was like, girl, we're literally not in the same world, in the same vicinity. We don't do anything similar.
Well, kicking someone out of a party is not a sure way to keep your spot anyways.
Absolutely.
Like, what was that going to do to save your career? You know?
And so we ended up like, obviously like, I understood where he was coming from in the way of being like, you know,
why he did it.
Yes. Like I understand like he was just feeling like some type of way. I would never do that, but I understood what he was coming from.
Wow.
So we ended up being like fine and whatever. And like we're even to this day, like we're fine, like it's chill. Like we're not.
You guys are friends. Like it's all good.
Yeah. And now like I'll like clown him for it. I was like, do you remember that one time where you were just like a fucking cunt?
Now you just use it to poke at him.
Yeah, and I just poke at him here and there. But yeah, it was definitely like a moment. But I saw like when he had to apologize, I saw change.
Oh,
like you know when someone like apologizes for
nice.
something and like they don't just like talk the talk, they walk the walk. I saw that.
I feel like it's really even more about the walking of the walk.
It's
You know, like anyone
so
can say
much
they're
more
sorry
that.
100 times. Anybody can apologize in any way. But like, I think it's all about like, okay, well, in years to come, what do you see from them? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So, and I
Exactly.
think that really is like the true apology.
That's the
It's
telltale of it.
That's the telltale of an apology is real true.
And I
change
really
over time.
I had felt like that from him so much. And he was like, you know, I was just in a dark place. I was like really just trying to latch onto things, and he was like, I was just like very in the LA way. And like I get it. A lot of
LA
people fall
does
into
that
that.
too.
I get
LA
it. Like, a
does
lot of
that
people
too.
they fall into this like LA trap, and
Yeah.
it's so sad, but like it's true. And so he had kind of fallen into it, and he felt competitive with me and all this stuff. So I think that was his
horrible.
way. That was his way of being like, I don't know, like kind of like trying to shit on me in some capacity.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but that was like I remember like going back to that. I was like, dude, that was like fucking insane.
What's crazy is I never knew that happened until like now.
Really?
Well, like we were talking about our topics for today.
Earlier.
We were talking about, and he told me, and I was like, "What?" Like I never knew that happened.
Yeah.
Ever. And by the way, you guys don't even speculate who it is because I'm gonna tell you something.
You'll never
You're
guess.
never gonna know who it is.
You're
You're not
never
gonna
fucking
know.
guess.
It's not anyone that you've seen us with abundantly. So don't even speculate because I don't want people to be like, oh, it's this person and like
you'll never
pin that
know.
on them because I promise you the persons you would guess it's not them. So wow, that makes me sad to hear because the person he's talking about I actually love them.
I know.
And I know
honestly,
you love them too.
Yes,
I know you love them too.
I do.
And hey, people make mistakes.
And they change.
And what's cool is he was able to like admit like all the wrongdoings and like even where it came from. So like at least
when you own your shit and you walk the walk,
it's better.
I'm always
It's
gonna be
better.
like, you know what? Like I see change in people. I'm not gonna ever be like, you can't change.
Yeah.
But like, you know, and if I see it and I see the vibes, I'm like, oh, like you're actually apologetic.
Right.
Shit, like, you know, things like that happened. But sorry about it and moving forward in the best direction. I'm like, who am I to be like, no, and like continue on that? I'm like, I don't want to hold negative feelings. I never want to do that.
Yeah.
You know? But it's crazy. I know. Isn't that insane?
That's a really, really, really crazy story.
I know.
I'm so surprised it's never come up.
I know. Laura, I swear I've told you before.
You know what? He may
100%.
have.
I know for a guarantee that I have told her before. But this is probably I told her 6 years ago.
Yeah. And now I've forgotten
I know
because
for
of
sure I
other
told you.
due to other traumas.
Other traumas that we've had to deal with.
Due to the other
this
trauma
is nothing compared to other traumas.
That
we've
one
had.
got washed out for me.
Yeah. No, but it's absolutely something. Thank you so much to Established Titles for sponsoring this portion of full coverage, you guys. The cool thing about Established Titles is basically it's a really cool, fun, novel way to preserve natural woodlands of Scotland, as well as support global reforestation efforts.
So they plant a tree with every single order. And they also work with global charities. Some of those charities are One Tree Planted, which I've donated to them before. They're super awesome.
So cool. It's basically you can purchase a souvenir plot of land in Scotland, and based on historic Scottish customs, you can call yourself a lord or a lady, which I think is such a cute way of incorporating something really, really fun and something actually good for the environment and for the earth. Title Pack gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Eddleston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. You could officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card / plane ticket, dating profile, etc. It makes a great last minute gift. For the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using the link down below, they will be plotted next to our plot within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or lady, we can build our little full coverage kingdom. How freaking cute is that?
Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale right now. Plus, you get to use the code FULL and you'll get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/full to get your gift now and help support the channel.
So So my person, not to teeter on negativity.
No, but like you have to tell it because we
my
all
first
had
beauty
experiences.
event, it was like a Gerard Cosmetics event. Do you guys remember when Gerard was like the it brand and the lipsticks and the teeth
fucking collabed
whitening
with them.
thing? You
My
collabed
first ever
with
collab was
them.
them.
Like all those things were happening, and I had just moved to LA, as in I was still living in Riverside, and my first friend I ever met in LA, it was a girl named Gray. I still love her. She just had a baby. And she was like, I got invited to it because I was like an affiliate with them. And I was like, oh my God, I've never been to a beauty event before. And to be honest, beauty events were new on the scene in general. But I had just come from Alabama probably months ago. So I'm talking fresh. Okay.
Fresh
so
on the
me and
scene.
Gray, I go meet Gray at her house and she's like, let's take the subway there. And I'm like, oh, LA has a subway.
They have a subway?
You do not want to be involved in LA subway. A man walked up to us in the subway, wouldn't leave us alone, kept telling us how beautiful we are, and we work for his company as a model. And we're just like, okay, leave us alone. And so he's like, can I give you a card? We're like, sure. Give us the card and get out of here. We're trying to go to a makeup event. We don't want to work for your company.
Right.
Fucking escorts. He was hiring escorts.
You're lying.
No.
But at least you're hot enough to be an escort.
And everyone is. Like, it's not to me that I'm like, okay. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
Me with my male validation trauma being like, am I hot enough to be an escort?
I'm like, thanks, don't baby. Care if I am. No,
you're
thanks.
Like, okay, and
just leave me be.
Or
like, just leave me be.
I knowing me, especially back then, I'd be like, thank you so much. I'm not into that, but like, I really
about
appreciate
died.
you.
I remember looking at Gray and holding the card and like, he wants us to come be an escort for him, like in his company. Like he's the guy running it. I was like, girl. So anyways, I was like, what is this place, LA? Get me out of here.
Absolutely.
Just kidding.
I
loved
can't
it.
do it. I can't
just
do it. I
kidding.
Can't be here.
I loved it. I was like, I want more. Anyways, I was like, this
I
feels like drama
escort.
and trouble.
Sure.
Give me more. So we go to the event and I want to clarify some things. I had never really met many influencers. AKA I didn't know any
we hadn't
in
met
person.
Each other
I've never met you. I didn't even know you existed
You still don't know me now.
Still don't know him now. And there were just a couple girls that I had seen around that I knew, but I didn't know like even a lot of people that existed yet because I hadn't barely got my toes wet, honey.
Yep.
And I didn't know how LA people had acted yet because mind you, I was months into LA out of Alabama. And in Alabama, everything kind of is as you see it. People act how they really are, and like you can be nice to someone because you're genuinely being nice. Like everything's different there. So I wasn't used to LA culture. So I come up into this event trying to talk to everyone. I didn't know that if you are not of a certain status, you're not allowed to talk to certain influencers unless you are at their status or higher. I didn't know that. So the amount of people that straight up looked at me like I was fucking crazy at this event and walked away from me in mid-conversation, I was devastated. I could not believe the amount of girls. Like I would be talking to them and they would just walk away. And I'd be like, what just happened to me? Like shocked.
Yeah, you're like not realizing like what the fuck
you
was going on.
You want to know where I met Patrick Starr? At that event.
Stop.
Yes, I met him at the bar. I'll never forget because he had his, turban and like the full, I think he was like wearing red lipstick or red sequin. There was red. There was something red, I remember. And I remember ordering a beer at the bar. I'm fresh from Alabama, so I'm still ordering beer at events. You don't really do that as much in LA. It's like, so I ordered a beer and this girl, I can't remember who it was. She walked up to me and she goes, they have champagne here? And I was like, this is beer, not champagne. I was like, girl, I literally said to her, I was like, what champagne foams at the top, babes? Anyway, I remember that happening. I was just like, what is this place? So I met Patrick, had a great experience with Patrick. I actually just kind of clung to him a little bit because he was also a very small influencer at that time. And we both were kind of learning.
You're like, both you guys
didn't know anyone. Yeah. And like Gray didn't know anyone either. And I was treated like dog shit by many people who I still know in this industry today. Some
and that you're friends with or no?
I would say 90% of them I'm friends with, but haven't forgotten. And the other 10% I still don't like to this day because of the way they treated me as a smaller influencer. Yeah. So there's a little mix of it. And that was my first event in LA. And me and Gray both went home crying.
No.
Like little babies. Crying like little babies.
No, Laura. I didn't know you guys cried about that.
Mean. Yeah. Because we thought we were going to have a moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? We didn't realize like this is LA and you just don't get to be friends with everybody. So
And like a lot of people, when they go to events, like they don't want to mingle with everyone. Like a lot of times they just don't want to.
But let me tell you something. That's okay.
Right, totally.
You don't have to mingle with every single person there. Do I think you have to walk away mid-conversation? No.
No, rude.
I think I was too much, though. At that party, I think I probably was like too much energy, trying to like gab too much with these girls, trying to like be not realizing it comes across as like I'm trying to be your best friend and like because of clout, which I didn't even know that was a thing yet.
Then,
like
right.
I'm just so like out of my element. I'm so green, and like I'm sure I was annoying. So I am gonna pin some of that on me, and that's why I'm friends with a lot of these girls today because like I try to realize like I was too much, and like now I would never go an event just like bombarding people and like just running up to people. You know, if the conversation comes and it happens, great,
naturally, cool.
And if I want to meet someone, I tap them on the shoulder, say, "Hey, big fan. So happy to meet you," and kind of move along unless they want to engage more.
Right.
Like, you know, you got to play it like that. I didn't have any game.
Right.
I had no game. So like I try to always play devil's advocate, even when it's involving myself, and realize like I was also too much. And that's part of why my experience was bad, because that wasn't the culture I was used to being around.
Right.
I was used to just like you could walk up to anyone and talk to them and it was just genuine.
Yes.
That's not LA.
Totally.
Not
it's really
LA.
not. Like, and it's like sad. Like I feel like hearing this is like sounds so sad, and it's like this is what LA is and stuff like that. But it's like that's kind of like the reality, especially back then. Even more so than I feel like now. Like back then, it was even more like hoity-toity, uppity vibes. Whereas like now, I don't feel like it's that as bad, but it definitely. But sometimes I think I'm like, is it because we're bigger creators now?
It's because we're bigger creators now.
That's why I'm like, wait,
that's
is
why
it
it's
the
not
same
as bad
vibe?
now.
Right.
That's why it's not as bad.
I've had this conversation with Laura so many times where I'm like, did people become nice to us because we became bigger creators, or because they genuinely liked us?
I think it's because we like made a name for ourselves and got really big in the industry. So now they have to respect us and they have to be nice to us. I've been, obviously you guys know, like I've been through a lot, Manny has. And like in those lessons, I've just learned so many lessons in LA. And like in those lessons, you learn where real friendships are, and you learn where being used is, and you learn why people are being nice to you, and you learn what a business partner is versus a friend. You learn what a favor is versus a business move. Like you learn navigating all these things. Nothing is black and white in LA. Everything is gray. And you have to take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Like
it's true.
And so like you have to have game here too. Like you can't just like go in guns blazing like, woo, I'm gonna make friends with everybody. I'm gonna go in and dominate this event. You just have to go in as a natural and like let your confidence speak for itself, and like people that want to engage be willing to engage, and then people that are standoffish, you can always say hello and then move on and let you make your own judgments about them.
And also you never know what they're going through too. Like what if they're having a bad day, or they're or they're feeling like socially anxious and all these other, like people can be going through so much stuff and you would never even know, because obviously
now that I know those people, they were being assholes because I was way too much energy and like trying to like be too much.
Got it.
So they were being assholes to me.
So they were just like, okay, calm the fuck down,
like
dude.
Get the fuck out of here. Like we're not talking, we don't know you.
Yeah, right.
You're not a big influencer. Like we don't know you, girl. Like you can't be coming up in here talking to us like that. You know,
that sounds so horrible, dude.
Well, it is what it is.
I know, it just sounds crazy.
And maybe I was upset, but let me tell you one thing that never happened to me again. It took me one event to learn my place, and I was like, I'm gonna show these hoes, and I'm gonna make my own fucking friends.
Like, you know, that's how I feel like even when the situation happened to me at the ABH party, I'm like, look at me now.
And look at you now.
Like I always feel like those traumatic things that happen, like it's like kind of like a stepping stone. You're like, you know what?
I'm glad it happened. I'm glad it happened because it literally taught me how to handle myself in LA. And yes, I had a lot more lessons to learn about the city and like this industry and like how everything works. Yes, I had a lot more to learn, but it put some groundwork down for me really quickly. Some perspective, some groundwork to how this whole LA thing was going to go for me really quickly. So while things may hurt, it was a really good learning lesson for me.
Same. I feel like I learned so much in the first literally few things that have happened to me. I've been taken advantage of.
Totally.
Like just people, like friendships and
those
craziness.
girls, like that were mean to me, they just had really, really poor skills, because people have made videos about several of them being rude to them. So it's like, y'all just don't know how to work a situation.
People skills.
If someone is there and you don't really want to engage with them and you're tired of talking to people, you don't know, y'all were just poor at people skills and navigating away. So you just did it in the rudest way possible because you didn't care. But like for me, like everybody in the world has been in a situation where someone's just gabbing and gabbing and gabbing and you're like, gotta get going, like ready
Like,
to
okay, we
close off
gotta-
the conversation.
Yeah, wrap it up.
You have to, like, that's learned people skills, and it
Yes.
does take time how to slowly be like, oh my gosh, okay, well, it was so good to see you. I hope I
Yes.
get to see you again. I'll see you around this event. I'll be here all night. And then kind of break away. You
Totally.
know, like there's a polite way to do it, and
Mhm.
either
then there's a rude way to do it.
and there's a fucking asshole way to do
Mhm.
it. So, but I learned a really valuable lesson, and like I don't regret it. Like it
Right.
taught me to calm the fuck down.
But it's also like sad because it's like you shouldn't have to like be feeling like you have to calm down to like fit in.
Yeah.
So there's like this
Yeah.
weird like double-edged sword in my mind I keep
Totally.
seeing where it's like it sounds sad because it's like you almost had to change yourself to fit in.
Totally.
And that's like what like honestly the world is
It
in
is.
a weird way.
It
Like
is.
in high school, like everyone like does these little things that like they alter parts of themselves to kind of feel like they fit in some way, in
And
some
you
capacity.
lose, like, that
and you lose
bit
a
of-
little part of yourself
I feel
in every
like
situation.
over time, I built a group of friends that allowed me to be authentically myself in that group.
Yes.
I would say like Patrick, you, Gabby, Nikita, like all of
Mhm.
you guys.
Like over time, just like building.
You build people that you can be yourself
That you're
around
like,
in the most
okay, like, they
authentic
accept
way.
me.
Yeah, exactly. This is a safe
Mhm.
place.
Yes,
These people
it's like,
accept me. They're cool. You know, you kind of like build that out, and that's like what I felt like what I did.
Yeah.
And like, so I was fine, and I loved LA, and I ended up, you know, having great relationships with the people, but I've also seen them change over time.
100%.
Humbleina.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or not, or opposite.
And the few that I really think are just still a bit snootish, if you
Mhm.
will, I've like kept myself away from. So
Yeah.
it works out, you know. Everything
Absolutely.
happens for a reason.
I completely agree.
It was a learning curve for me.
It was definitely a learning thing.
It was a shocker.
yeah, literally a shocker.
Yep. That was my first event too,
Shocker.
and I didn't have Tyler at it, so I didn't have him to like lean on for when people weren't talking to me. You know, so it was like weird.
Yes, and it's funny because like for me, like I would always go to events by myself because I didn't have like a Tyler at the time.
Mhm.
So I remember being like, "Fuck, dude, if I like am in this situation, like I'm just gonna have to sink or swim."
Yep.
Because like also same with me, like I would be in such uncomfortable situations and didn't know what to do. And then I've had so many situations where people like misconstrued how I was in this moment because I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like happened to me like publicly. People have been like, you know, I had a really poor experience with Manny because of X, Y, and Z, and like he was mean to me. And I was like, honestly, I'm sorry. Like I felt socially anxious. Like I didn't even know what to do at the time. I was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So it's like so strange, like how perception is so big because you can be like, oh, I was just trying to fucking tread water
Yeah.
at
You're
this event, and I didn't even mean to come across like any type of way that wasn't how I wanted.
Well, see,
to be.
that's why I would never, like, no matter what, like, I would never, like, make a video about those girls, say their name at any capacity, because then I feel like part of that's my ego talking.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This
Well, it
is
is.
my experience,
Well,
so
that's
this
literally
is
what it
the
is.
truth.
Yeah.
Like, no, well, I was too much.
Mhm.
They were a little rude. Get over it.
Well, there's always like a little piece of both sides.
There is.
Like
there
there's
is.
always more to the story than what like the perception is. Like you could be coming across like you think you're coming across one way and it's not that way.
It's
at all.
not that way at all. Right.
And then
So-
same with I could thinking I'm coming across some way.
It's
and
not
it's
that
not.
way at all. And that's why I would never like say a name or like put
Yeah.
someone in a bad position because that was my experience and we're going to leave it at that. You know
Totally.
what I
And
mean?
then you can have a conversation with them, be like, you know, honestly, didn't realize this was like I didn't, you know, and clearly you became friends with some of them after.
Tons of them.
So it like clearly was like, oh, there was just like this miscommunication essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it didn't
Yeah.
mean you were like crazy and that they were evil.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Right. So it's give and take. Well, do you have any more?
I mean, I feel like, well, it's funny because that's not even about Halloween, but I had like this random funny moment that was so hilarious. I remember when I did, it was another ABH party.
Uh-oh.
And I went as Snow White, like a slutty Snow White.
Okay.
And I was like in all black. I went with Nikita, I went with Patrick, and they were Cinderella and they were Little Mermaid.
That's so
So
cute.
we were kind of like this like Disney princess kind of energy kind of vibe. And we get there, everything's fun, everything's good. It's like such a cute like event, obviously. Everything is going great. We end up going to dinner afterwards. And I remember like, because everyone had like been like drinking, everyone fucked up, everyone's like just chilling, right? Having a good time. I remember we're sitting at dinner and Patrick's right in front of me and he's like in Cinderella, like so fishy femme, like the prettiest thing. Cinderella ever. He goes, takes off his top of his dress. There's like literally a video of this like online somewhere. Takes off the top of his dress and it's just titties out.
No.
And he's just like looking at his food, like ordering. And I'm like,
No.
Patrick, you literally, like, it looks like this pretty woman is literally tits out at Yard House Steakhouse
Oh my
now.
God.
And I was like, girl, put your titties away.
You gotta put the titties away.
Because he had a wig on. Like
It
it was
looked
like, baby,
so-
it was
just,
fish.
it was giving. It was giving
fish,
full
fish.
fish.
It was femme. And I was like, girl, you have to put your tits away. Like, this is not, we're gonna get kicked out of here. And he's like, titties out, like fucking like bouncing. Yes.
At the table.
I was like, Patrick, put your fucking tits away. You fucking psycho. But that was like a funny, like that was literally right after Halloween. And that was like, I just
See,
like,
that's a great story.
like that's a fun like Halloween moment that I had. I was like, are we gonna get kicked out of? And then someone passed by. I was like, that's a man. It is a man. His tits are out.
And it is okay.
It is a man. It is okay. Even though technically it should be okay.
It should be okay either way.
Too. But like more in a social aspect, it's very more like, what's going on over there? If like a woman pulls out her titties
and they're bouncing.
and they're like this, like what's going on more?
Right.
You know what I mean? In a social setting.
Well, that was a doozy.
Yeah, that was a doozy. That was funny though.
I remember this one night, me and Tyler, I cannot remember what year it was, but I know for a fact I was living in my apartment. So
100%.
somewhere in that time zone, right?
Yep.
So I dressed up as a unicorn. I don't remember where I went because I don't feel like it was the aviation.
We weren't that close at the time, by the way.
No, we weren't that close.
Mm-mm.
We weren't that close yet. I think I was more
Was it 2016?
must have been like 16, 17. Either 16 or 17?
I would say 16.
Okay, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. I dressed up as a unicorn and maybe
And you don't remember anything else that night?
I don't. I'll be honest, I don't. But oftentimes, like, here's the thing, I'm gonna be honest. At the ABH parties, I would get like drunk. Like
Trashed.
Everybody would. I would
Everyone,
get
like, that's
trashed.
what
Everybody there
would
would
go
be
for.
trashed. So that's why I'm like, I don't remember anything, to be honest. From
Yeah.
all these stories, I'm like, I don't fucking know what happened.
Yeah.
But this night specifically, I got beyond trash. So I wore a white jumpsuit, a pink wig, and I had a little unicorn horn. And I remember this woman came and did my makeup, and I had to wash my whole face and go redo my makeup.
No.
That was another trauma that night, but that was fine.
No.
The amount of times I've had to do that.
I mean, you literally just did it recently.
Yeah, literally. Until, that did happen to me.
It did happen to you recently, and I remember it.
You're right.
Like last year. No, this year even.
No, it was last year.
Okay, last year.
It was last year.
I remember
think.
now,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, so anyways, so we went out. I can't remember. I think we may have gone to the ABH party. If we
You did.
I don't remember,
remember you did.
one single speck of it.
You definitely
like I
did.
don't even remember it
I
existing.
remember a photo of you at the ABH party.
There you go. So then everybody's like, let's go out in West Hollywood because West Hollywood
It was
is
close
a
at the time,
bop.
too. And
It's a bop on Halloween.
Mhm.
It is the place to be. It's so cool. They like close down the streets. It's like really
It's a block
dope.
party.
It's
like
a block
essentially
party.
Halloween block party.
So they're like, let's go to West Hollywood. So I keep drinking and like we go out to the Abbey.
Mhm.
And I remember I'm just standing there and I had drank so much. I literally collapsed onto the floor, like fully just like boom.
On the wet ground of
on
the
the
Abbey.
wet ground. Like I eat shit and my white outfit, because you know the ground of the Abbey is like wet mud.
It's sick.
It's sick.
It's sick.
I was covered in black.
Uh-huh.
We stayed out there until security drug us out of the club and told us to
No.
get the fuck out because they were closed. That's how late we stayed out. So then, because we're already so drunk, that night was so crazy.
They have a photo of Laura's face that do not let this woman in since 2006.
With a wig. Like,
There's a wig, like a unicorn horn, like, do not let this woman in. She needs to be arrested.
She needs to be arrested immediately.
Call the FBI as soon as you see her.
The SWAT team comes and gets me.
Swat her.
Oh my God. I remember. So Ty's like drunk. He's on the street and he's just filming for literally no fucking reason. Has his phone out like this. He's just filming the street. Okay. Pissed drunk. And all you see is this Prius come out of nowhere, wreck into 3 cars and keep driving.
And he got it all on film.
All on film. He got the whole thing on film because he was literally recording the street for no reason. We caught the whole thing on camera, and you just hear this.
Fuck? That could like help a case.
Oh, absolutely.
That's literally a case for the FBI.
So what do we do after that? We go to another party.
No, you didn't.
Oh, we sure fucking did.
Yes, a house
and I'm going
party.
to tell you right now.
At 2 in the morning, you went at 2 in the
Nothing
morning.
good happens after all the bar closes.
I couldn't agree more. Nothing good happens after 2 in the morning.
We go to this house party and we stay there drinking until like 4 a.m. And then Ty's like, we have to go home. I'm like, bitch, we have to go home. And he's like, let me order an Uber. Our phones are dead. I'm going to be very honest. I have no idea how we got home. I remember we did some weird shit to get home, Ty. Do you remember how we got home that night? I don't either. He's shaking his head no. We got home. I remember being in a stranger's car. I have no idea how I got home,
Or
but
what
I
stranger it was.
remember the next day I was so bad off.
Like you were like
Like
what's it called? Hungover.
it was like probably one of
beyond, but
my
beyond.
worst hangovers I've ever had because of the amount I drink.
You were literally blacked out, Laura.
Black the fuck out. I remember little pieces of the night, bigger moments like the car crash and being kicked out of the Abbey and falling,
like
bigger things, but I don't remember anything in between. It's just a blurred line. And I remember I didn't drink for months.
Because of the trauma.
Because of how fucked up I was. I remember that Halloween. That was one for the books. And I had no intention on any of that happening. My thoughts were go to ABH, have a couple drinks, go home.
Get home. Mm-hmm.
That was my intention.
But then you kept it going.
4 a.m. trying to figure out. I remember it was close to 5.
So when did you even get home? Like 5 in the morning, 6?
And I remember when I woke up the next day in my apartment, I thought I was going to die. I was like,
you're like,
dear God, I will never drink again. If you please cure this hangover and the nausea. With my wig still on. Cut to me a month later.
Laura, when I tell you, I cannot tell you the amount of times I have prayed just to make something not happen.
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus.
I was like, if I'm on the toilet, I was like, Lord, if I can pass this bowel movement right now, I will never curse again.
Because let me tell you, nothing hurts as bad as stomach pain.
No, when you're on it and you're like, need to lay on the ground, like, or against the wall, like just the cold ground touching you, you're like, ugh.
Have you ever had a poop so painful and just like so bad, like to a stomach, you get so hot?
Yes, you have to take off your clothes.
You have to be naked in there. You've taken off all your clothes and you're still sweating bullets on the toilet. That's prayer time, baby.
And it's when you have to start saying a prayer. It's when if I'm starting to convulse and my face is shaking, I'm saying a prayer.
I've definitely sacrificed someone in my prayer.
Oh, me too.
Dear God.
I will never, ever, I won't like boys anymore.
I will stop saying cuss words. Please, Jesus.
I'll never cheat on a test again. Like you say like the craziest shit in that prayer.
It makes you crazy.
Just please help me.
So that was me with the hangover. I remember it was bad.
You were praying to the Almighty.
I would say one of the drunkest I've ever seen Ty was New Year's this past year.
Yep, I remember that actually.
And that was literally months ago. That was months ago.
And when you guys went to Cabo?
We went to Cabo.
Yep, I remember.
We went to Cabo.
I remember.
He slept on the floor naked with a towel over him.
A cold towel, like a wet towel?
Just a towel for a blanket.
No.
Yeah.
Butt ass naked.
Butt ass naked on the floor.
In the bathroom?
No, by the bed on the floor.
And that's how she left me.
I can't pick him up.
You can't.
I can't.
The cool thing about like after doing the ABH parties, because that was like a huge thing, I feel like kind of creators started doing parties too.
Yeah.
It was cool because I feel like Angel, Mac Daddy has thrown parties.
Yes.
Desi has thrown parties.
Yes.
And like they've both been so much fun and like they just like I feel like the creators have taken it into their own hands. Like especially like party people that like to throw events, throw parties, things like that.
Yeah, I feel like creators always do such a good job at throwing parties too because they've gone to so many parties at events.
They know what they want.
And they know the pros and they know the cons. They know what people can't stand. They know what people love. So they just make like the ultimate party.
I remember like going to Desi's and because it was carnival themed and we all had to be in like a carnival.
That was really cool.
Esque energy. And I fucking loved it. I was a fortune teller.
Because it was like freak show carnival vibes. I was a magician, but I was painted my face as a rabbit. So I was a rabbit's magician. So it was like intertwined.
Like a play on
the magician and the bunny. Yeah.
But you were the magician.
Our
and the bunny.
Costumes were pretty dope.
They were cute. I honestly, do you know what I lived for?
What?
Chloe Morelos.
Chloe Morelos.
With the 3 titties.
I want to say I think she had probably the best costume there.
I couldn't agree more.
Because she did the 3-tittied woman and she had prosthetic titties glued to her. I mean, she took it there.
She took it so far. It was 3 titties.
It was so
And it looked so real.
It was
I was like,
so
oh my God, I can't
cool.
put this on my stories. I'm going to get fucking flagged.
Yeah, because the nipples were out.
The nipples were stunning.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is real. You could have had a third
I think
tit.
she paid like a shit ton of money for the breastplate.
Like prosthetic.
Yeah, it was like real prosthetic. Everybody just grabbed her boobs all night.
I did.
But if you know Chloe, she loves that.
She loved everything about it.
She loved everything about it.
Angel was a bearded lady.
That was really cool.
That was fucking sick.
That was really cool.
This is me. Look out, cause here I come.
Desi was the ringleader.
Yes, she was a ringleader. Yes, like a little ringleader. Look at that. Boom.
What else did we have?
Honestly, there was so
tons.
much. There was so much.
Really
it was
cool.
amazing.
It was really cool. That was a fun party.
That was a really, really fun
And then
one.
last year,
we were at Angels.
Oh, Ty, what were you? Ty was American Psycho. Where he did his whole face covered in blood
Yes,
and
blood
put the
with
raincoat.
the clear raincoat.
Who plays that role, Ty?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
That fine ass fucking man. Christian Bale in American Psycho turned me gay.
I see how.
He turned me gay. I said when I don't know what it was when he was in that shower, he was doing that skincare routine.
Yeah.
I said,
oh, he's also a very suave like guy and that like businessman. Like he's super like sharp and yeah, he's like that guy.
I was there for him. I was there for all of it.
I remember last year we went to Angel's Halloween party.
Yes. Yes,
what else did we do?
Laura DIY's.
That was it.
Like
I knew there were two. I knew there were two. Laura DIY had a house party, which was very chill and relaxed.
You guys, Laura's photo on her phone of me.
Okay, listen. There's a photo. His contact photo. I have the funniest photo.
It's haunting.
It's haunting because we went to McDonald's after her party, and I took this picture of Manny, and it was
like
so
this close to my fucking face.
It's so
and
funny.
I was so exhausted. Like I was like already at a 10. Like I was done. Like I was tapped out. I looked literally insane. My eyes were this big. The size of a pea. Like I looked and I had the cow print makeup on because I was like I was like a cow onesie. Yeah. So it was like a last minute thing. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be a cow, and I had cow makeup. I look crazy. And then for Angel's thing, I was like a steampunk.
You were a steampunker. I was an angel.
An angel.
But let me tell you something. Me and Manny went to the hall because we were like not sure. We are like, do we want to go out this Halloween?
Yeah. Because it was also like this is 2021. Like it was like literally the year after COVID.
So everything's a little more.
Like, and like there was like all the stuff in the stores was like non-existent. Like remember they didn't have anything in the stores because of how bad the backups from China were.
Oh yeah.
They didn't actually have anything in the stores.
They had a halo and some wings. So I said I'm gonna be an angel.
They had like a steampunk section they had just the outfit. I was like, I'll be a steampunk.
You're like, this is what's left.
This is what's left.
That was the scraps.
It was like literally scraps.
And we went to Angels. Angels was really fun. It was so fun. His parties are always like really, really lit. Very lit vibes.
Very
a lot of
like
dancing,
you're going to party.
A lot of real like party vibes. So that was really fun last year.
I loved it.
Yeah. And now this year we're going out.
We're gonna go bop around.
We're gonna bop around. We have a little plan. We're gonna be bopping around.
We're gonna bop around and just see what to do.
Just to see, and then cut to me at 4 a.m. We're just bopping around.
In the bed.
That's what I always intend.
We're gonna, Laura. I think we're gonna party.
Are we?
Yeah.
We need to text the girls and rally the troops.
I think we need to rally the troops.
We're gonna rally the troops.
If I'm putting my wig behind my ears like this, it means I'm gonna party.
It looks even more like Chucky.
It means that I'm absolutely gonna party. If the hair is behind the ear, that means he's part. I want you to wear that wig. No,
I want you to wear that wig.
No, I'm gonna look so ugly.
So wear it anyways.
I feel like a little elf.
It's cute. I like it. I'm into it.
The way you lie to me.
I know.
The way you fucking lie to me just to make me feel.
Well, it's my job. Okay, we have one more cool Halloween moment that me and Manny did like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I would say like 3 years ago
because COVID was 2 years ago. Okay.
So we ended up doing like a Hollywood Horror Nights, like the studio,
like Universal Studios Hollywood Horror Nights.
And this is when they had the purge like situation going on.
They had a purge maze.
The purge maze. And so I think it was or Entertainment. They were like, hey, we would love to have you and me and Laura do like a walkthrough of the maze, recording it like a scare thing. And we ended up doing it with like the star of the fucking movie. Yeah,
so they had like the purge maze, and they were like, we'd love for you and Laura, I'm Laura, to like do a walkthrough and get content for it. And they're like, you guys can come in, we get you behind the scenes passes, like all the cool stuff. It was a really cool opportunity.
So cool.
So the star of the purge, like the actual main guy who was the actor Frank Grillo in the purge, is the guy that took me and Manny through the house.
We did it together, like it was
the three of us.
He was between us, and we're like holding on to him.
Yes, and he took us through. How cool is that? Like going through the actual movie. Manny was literally going through the gigs.
I held on for dear life. I said, Daddy.
He said, ew, get off of me, as if.
That's honestly was probably him in his mind.
No.
Where I was literally like locked in. I was like, I'm so scared. Like, can you save me?
He was so sweet.
So sweet.
He
so
was
handsome.
Into it. He loved it. He loved taking us through.
It was honestly so fucking fun.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun.
You could. I'm sure that's like still on YouTube somewhere, like us screaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like,
they uploaded to YouTube. They wanted to
it.
film us doing it. I remember that now. Funny. It's all coming back to me.
It's all coming back to me now.
Okay, we want to do just a little segment of Halloween trivia.
Yeah, and then just finish off the episode
just
with some Halloween trivia.
Us off. So we're gonna be right back and be ready to answer some questions with us at home. Thank you to Adam and Eve for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. You guys, if you don't know what Adam and Eve is, honey, well, let me let you know. It is a healthy and sex-positive store. They have tons of different items, and they also have really amazing deals, including free shipping. Hello.
I feel like, you know what's cool about Adam and Eve is that they have deals going around all the time, whether
Yes.
you want, you know, things for the bedroom,
Yes.
you know, lingerie, whatever it might be. Like, they are such a sex positive store that they actually have things going on all the time. You guys can get 50% off almost any item plus free shipping
That's
on an
crazy.
entire order with the code FOOL.
And they have discreet packaging. So if you're a little nervous about ordering something or you want to keep it private, don't worry. They have you covered there. Their free shipping includes discreet packaging.
Listen, if I don't want my neighbors to know I'm getting some crazy thing that
That's
I might want to
right.
buy off the site, I would like it to be in discreet packaging. The fact
Thank
that they have
you.
that
And they
is
know.
so cool. And they know. And they know that.
They know the vibe. They understand what's going on. But guys, don't forget to use our code FOOL on their website to get that 50% off plus free shipping on any item.
So go to adamandeve.com right now and check out the deals.
All right, guys, we're going to do a little Halloween trivia. Are you guys ready?
I'm scared. Honestly, I think we did Halloween trivia last time, or we did some type of like
did.
spooky trivia.
Yeah,
And
we
we
did.
And I
flopped.
loved it.
Yeah, and you guys flopped.
And we
I feel like I
flopped.
won though, to be honest. So was
I
it
don't
really
remember.
a flop if I won? That's the
Maybe.
question. What?
I don't know.
The truth will set you free.
I tried to do new ones. Hopefully, we don't have any overlap, though. So, we ready?
Okay, yes.
What
Time.
is the loser going to do?
Dun dun dun. Do we need a consequence?
Consequences? You have to have consequences for your actions, Manny.
Oh my God. You're not talking to Aaron right now. You're talking to me.
You know what? The loser has to post on Twitter
Okay.
your favorite YouTube videos and say go watch with a link.
Okay. You know what? That
See?
makes that
See,
brings up the
that's a good
ante.
one. That's a good
We'll
one.
do link included.
Link
and-
inclusion.
Okay, got it.
All right, ready?
Deal. Yep.
All right, question number 1. What was the original title for Disney's Hocus Pocus? Didn't know it had an original title.
I
did you?
didn't
'Cause
either.
you're not a real fan.
Okay, first of all, this character assassination.
It was more of a horror movie than a comedy movie when it had this title.
I don't know.
I'm just putting 3 witches.
All Hallows Eve.
It was called a Halloween House.
That doesn't really make sense.
That's
for the
not
movie.
spooky.
No, not scared.
Nope.
We both
Not
lost.
approved.
All right, you
by
guys both
me.
flopped. All right, question number 2. What is the most popular Halloween candy in America? I will accept 3 answers because
3?
I saw 3 different answers.
Okay, I don't know.
If you get 1 out of 3, you don't need all 3.
Okay, I'm just gonna put candy corn.
Candy corn.
You guys were wrong. That's actually
Wow.
voted like the worst.
Oh,
no,
wow.
Listen, it probably is voted the worst, but
Most purchased? No,
Most
still
purchased.
not.
What's
No.
the most purchased?
Most popular were Skittles, M&M's, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Oh,
I don't want Skittles and fucking
yeah.
Halloween candy.
Skittles was the one that I saw the most.
Yuck.
We flopped.
Skittles? Come on.
No, they're good, but I don't want them as my Halloween
I think
candy.
that
I want like sweet
recently they
fish.
said that Skittles give you cancer.
You want sweetest fish?
I do.
I have those at my house, and I think they're gross. So
I want some.
I'll make
And
sure
I like,
they go to you.
because they usually
Pretty
come
good.
in like the gummy, like the sour gummies. Like they come with those too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's where I got them.
I like those.
I bought the
Sour
sour gummy
Patch.
pack.
Yep. I love that pack.
All right,
That's
let's
my
see if we
favorite
can get
pack.
you guys on track here. You're
Let's see.
flopping really hard.
We are.
What does the word Halloween mean?
I think I know this one. I have it.
Hall-
Hallows Eve.
Hallows Eve.
Hallowed evening or holy night? So I'll give that to you guys.
All right. Well, we both
I feel
get
like
a
that
point.
counts.
Yeah.
So it like crosses each other's point.
Right?
now.
Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve.
Yeah.
I feel like I know that because of Hocus Pocus, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
All right, number
It
4.
taught me things.
According to the National Retail Federation, which children's costume continues to hold the number 1 spot year after?
Since when?
year?
Since when?
I don't know. Was that going to help you?
The most popular
Um,
children's costume.
Since forever.
Since forever.
It's not like a specific. It is
Oh.
a character, but it's like a generic character. It's not like instead of saying Chucky, I would say doll. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
not a specific character.
I don't fucking know, dude. That's hard for me.
I said action hero.
I put vampire.
It is princess.
Oh my God, are we stupid?
Wow.
Of course it's fucking
okay.
princess.
All right.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right.
I forgot about them. I
Yeah.
forgot about those Disney princesses.
Girl, we forgot about the
I'm
girls.
so sorry, girl.
All right, what's the screaming mask person called in Scream? What's his name?
Since when does he have a name?
He has a name.
I thought he was just Scream.
Now they
I
say
thought
his name.
his name was
Scream is the name of the movie.
Scream.
I just don't know what to say.
I put Scream.
Laura, you just not answering?
I put Scream.
His name is Ghostface.
Oh,
I
it
knew
actually
that
is.
too.
It actually, I've seen that. I've seen Ghostface.
Remind me to not invite y'all to trivia night.
All
Well,
right.
see, the thing is, I'm not even into spooky, ooky things.
Well, we're tied.
I've never even watched Scream.
Well, that's just.
I've only seen
that's
Scream and
just
Scary
like,
Movie.
That's just like shameful.
It really is.
I've only seen Scream and Scary Movie.
I also want you guys to know he has never even seen Sweet Home Alabama. Like, what are you gonna do with
He's
that?
dressed as Chucky and he's never seen Chucky. He's very
Like,
uncultured.
Wow.
what are we gonna do with
Wow.
him? I don't know.
The fact that you guys just called out my non-Chuckiness as I'm in Chucky is very homophobic.
He's gonna come get you.
It's
I'm
giving,
He's
gonna
gonna
kill
come
you
get you
all.
tonight.
it's giving uncultured. Next up.
Bing, bing, bing.
Number 6. Who voices Count Dracula in Hotel Transylvania? Swear to God if y'all don't get this. This is a softball.
I don't know about softball, but I feel like I know it's Steve Carell.
Adam
Oh my God,
Sandler.
it's Adam Sandler.
Steve
Oh
Carell.
my God, Manny.
Hold on. Oh my
Oh,
god.
you're thinking,
That's pretty
you're
close.
thinking Gru.
Yeah, you're thinking
fuck,
Gru.
you know
You're
what? I was
thinking
thinking
Gru, but
Gru.
that was
You
cute.
definitely
That was
think
a
Gru.
cute
God damn it.
guess. Looks like I'm winning.
Fuck! I should have wrote down so quickly. I should have really thought about this.
All right, number 7. What iconic place was a portion of Hocus Pocus filmed? It was filmed in a
Iconic
very iconic
place.
place. It's not Los Angeles, so don't say that.
Salem.
Rhode Island.
Salem.
Killing
Good job,
it.
Laura.
Is Salem in Rhode Island?
No, it's in Massachusetts.
Is it close to Rhode Island?
Kind of.
Fuck! Fuck.
3 to 1, baby. I'm gonna get some video advertisement.
Yes, you are.
Definitely.
You're gonna get 10
He's
likes
gonna
on
put
it.
all 3 views on it for you.
Yeah. I'll take them. I'll
Wow.
take them to the bank.
Wow.
All right, question number 8. Where is Transylvania, otherwise known as Count Dracula's home, located?
Hotel Transylvania.
No, same Dracula though. But so like what country? Basically?
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, are we looking for state, country, continent?
Transylvania
All things
is a
I can't do.
territory.
All things that are horrible.
All things I will not get.
I'm gonna
correct.
guess. It's giving UK, so I'm
It's
gonna
giving
say
Rome.
England.
It is Romania.
No,
Which is different than Rome, Manny.
But I feel like I
Where
have like a
is-
good.
wait,
That's a good one.
Where is Romania at?
It's like Eastern Europe.
Eastern Rome.
Is it in Rome?
No,
Oh.
Rome is a
Does
city
it-
in Italy.
Oh,
Romania
is
is
the
a
country.
Oh,
it's way
so do I get
off.
half a point?
Yeah, we
No,
can do
you actually get
0.5,
negative
and you know what
0.5.
that's gonna do for you?
Fuck me.
It's gonna do nothing. for
Nothing.
you.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm putting 0.5 for that one though.
Okay.
I'm putting negative.
Wow. Thank you.
All right, question number 9. What's the top grossing horror movie of all time?
Dun dun.
I'll give you a hint.
Dun. No.
Wait.
Yeah, give me a
hints.
hint. Give me
Ow.
a hint.
Do you guys want a
You
hint?
kicked me.
Get over it. Give me a hint.
It is fairly new. It's from the year 2017.
Oh.
Oh, so you want to erase? Oh, he's erasing now.
Top grossing Halloween movie of
Horror. I didn't say Halloween. I said horror.
all- horror.
And Laura is erasing.
I'm ready.
Wait, you know what?
Laura's got it. I can see she's got it.
Wait, what's it called? Fuck. I feel like I know the
I'm
name
gonna
of
kick
it.
you again.
No, it is called. Okay, I'm just gonna put this. What's going on? I hate you. Okay.
It.
It is correct. What did you write, Manny? What did that say?
Paranormal Activity.
That
So
was
I
a
just
good one,
couldn't.
though.
I just couldn't think of any scary movies.
I think
in
that one did
2017.
make a lot of money back in the day, but
It did.
It
It
is
did.
number one.
it is
It-
number 1.
The remake.
It
The
grossed
remake.
700
It-
million.
Mhm.
Over
No.
700
Mhm.
million.
I watch
Wow,
it
I
literally
watched
all
it.
the time. I've watched it like the first and second one like twice this Halloween already. I'm into it.
I see what you did there. All right, so
I'm
this
scared of her.
this
I'm
last
fucking scared of her.
question
I'm spooked.
is based off of you guys' costumes. So Manny, you're
Fucked. I'm
fucked.
fucked.
What is Chucky's real name?
Manny, you have to know.
You don't even know this one, Laura.
I don't. Wait, I
I know.
remember in the movie.
And I'm gonna get a point for this.
At the beginning of the movie, Tiffany calls him by his real name. You know?
Yeah.
How do you
Manny,
know,
how do you know
Manny?
you haven't seen the movie?
I know. I
He's
know the
lying.
name.
He's lying.
I know the name.
Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. Charles.
Manny.
Laura got it right. It's Charles Lee
Charles.
Zacchaeus
Ray.
and Charles, yeah. I was actually gonna put Charles, but I put Manny instead.
5 to 1.5.
Wow.
The way I got fucking demolished in this fucking trivia.
Embarrassing.
This
Chucky
makes
is
a lot of
short
sense.
for Charles.
Yeah.
That's
that makes a lot of sense.
You know, I had a
But the
All
thing
right.
is, I don't watch scary movies.
Well-
Manny, if we did another trivia, not today, but on a soon podcast, what is one that you think that you would dominate?
anime and Marvel.
Marvel.
I think we did a Marvel one.
We
now.
did.
And I dominated.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't
You
remember you,
sure you won?
dominating.
I
I
don't
did,
remember
100%.
domination.
I
I don't
definitely
remember
dominated.
domination either.
Mm.
Wait, I dominated on one of them, like for sure. But was it? Imagine it was Halloween trivia. I dominated on the last one.
Mm.
Do you guys ever remember in school drawing cubes? You
All the
learned how to draw
Oh,
a
all the
cube.
time.
Or the S,
I
the
drew the
S
S,
with the like the diamond.
The three like S thing, the points.
I still draw those to this day.
He does.
Look at that shit.
Wow.
That's
Some things
sexy.
you never forget. Some things you never
Wow.
forget. All right, guys. Well, that is this episode of Full Coverage. Thank you so much for joining us on our Halloween special.
We love you guys
Thanks for listening
so
to our
much.
good times, our trauma times.
Our good and trauma.
Our good and trauma.
We've been
There's
through a lot.
There's a lot of mixture, you
We've
know.
been
I like
through
that.
the gigs.
As we should. As we should go through the gigs.
Yes, because it only makes us better on the top.
That's right.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Tell us your most traumatic Halloween story in the comments. I would fucking love to read that.
We would love to
like
read that.
genuinely love to read that.
We hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and we'll catch you in our next episode.
Bye, you guys. Mwah.